Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Zay's Experience. My name is Zayd, and today we're going to be making another healthy recipe for you guys. On today's menu we have potatoes with tri-tip. The reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of times people think just because they're on a diet or they're following their macros that they can't eat, that they only have to eat a certain way, and that's not necessarily true all the time. Stick with me and I'll show you how you can eat delicious while still eating clean. So, the reason why I chose tri-tip is a really cheap cut of meat. And a lot of times people have the excuse that, well, we can't eat clean because, we can't afford it or something like that. That's not necessarily true. When I was going through college, I had 2 jobs. I played as a musician on the weekends, and I still had 21 units, and I barely had enough to get by, and I would still buy all my meals. I would eat 5 to 6 meals every day, and I was able to survive just fine. So one of the things that I used to do was learning how to cook very cheap cuts of meat, but making them taste great. So one of the cuts of meat that I kind of just recently learned how to cook really well was tri-tip. And tri-tip can actually go as low as $2.99 a pound when it's on sale a lot of the times, as opposed to a top sirloin steak or something like that. And potatoes are super cheap as well. You can get many varieties. And for this particular video, I'm going to use golden potatoes, but any potato will do just fine. And whatever fits your macros, that's the end goal at the end of the day. Or this can also just be a great meal for the weekend if you're sitting with your family, which is the reason why I did it. I had a couple of people come over to my house, and I said, you know what, I'm going to cook up some tri-tip, I'm going to put it inside a potato, and we're going to go ahead and make it a great meal for them. So that's what I did, and they enjoyed it perfectly. So let me show you what I started doing. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and poke a bunch of little holes with a fork into these potatoes. Now, the size of the potato should be about a fist size. And the reason why we need a potato that big is because we're going to punch a little hole on it once it gets cooked. I'll show you. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to put some salt and pepper around the potato with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to stick it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 50 to 1 hour. 50 minutes to 1 hour. Now, while that's cooking, the other thing what you can do is we can start preparing our tri-tip. Now the tri-tip, I have an entire video on that, you can go ahead and check it out, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of resume all that for you guys in this video. So what we basically want to do is we want to take off all the extra fat from the tri-tip. Usually the good portion of it is at the bottom of the tri-tip, so just go ahead and take that off with a boning knife. It's fairly simple. Then after that, what you want to go ahead and do is start rubbing it with whatever you're going to season it with. How I like to season it: salt, pepper, a little bit of cayenne if you have any. Today I didn't have any, so I used a little bit of smoked paprika and some cumin. And that for me worked perfectly well. Then I drizzled a little bit of olive oil on top of that, rubbed it all in, and I put it into the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes per pound if you want it a little bit rare to medium rare. But if you want it well done, I suggest at least 18 to 20 minutes per pound. So these guys were about 4 pounds each, so I just kind of left everything for about 18 minutes or so, which ended up being like an hour 10 because I put 2 of those guys in at the same time. Now, you might say, well, you're going to have to cook the potatoes first, you're going to have to cook the potato, and then you're going to have to cook the tri-tip at the end. Well, the good thing is, the reason why I also use golden potatoes is they just seem to cook at a different rate as regular russet potatoes or any other kind of potato. So that was the main reason why I use golden. So I actually left it at 400 degrees as well. That way I could cook the tri-tip at the same time as the potatoes. So that's efficiency of oven for you guys. Once that was all well and done, I took out the potatoes, which came out first since I put them in first, and I started making a small incision through the middle, and then I started cutting a little hole and taking out some of the potato from the inside. Went through all the potatoes, went ahead and did the exact same thing, made that incision through the middle, took the insides of the potato out, put them in a side bowl. Then what we did is, then we started getting those pieces of tri-tip, cutting into small pieces and throwing them inside the potato. Now you have a good source of carbs with a lean source of protein on it. And obviously, there's a bunch of ways to make it a little bit tastier. What I ended up doing on this one is I ended up throwing small little pieces of bacon, you know, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. And then I topped it off with some avocado. And if your macros permit it, maybe put a little bit of barbecue sauce, just a little dab on top. And there you go. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy, but definitely tastes great. It is something that is so simple, yet can take your food to another level and can make you stick to your daily macros or your daily meal plan or diet or whatever it is that you're kind of going through, and make it a lifestyle as opposed to just making it a clean meal or, you know, that cheat meal on the weekend or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, it kind of just helps you stick to your plan, which I think is, at the end of the day, the ultimate goal for everybody, you know? Keep as healthy as possible, keep as lean as possible, keep eating right. But that is it on my part, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe. You guys know the deal. I'm going to keep on bringing more videos, more content like this. Just go ahead and leave some comments down in the description, and I'll be sure to read them. If you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you disliked it, well, hold off on that thought yet and look at the rest of the videos. But in any case, guys, it's time for me to feed the rest of the family. Everybody's kind of watching and waiting for me to get done with this video. But as always, guys, keep eating well, stay healthy, and spend time with the ones you love. But that is all. Zate out. Peace.